Peace, blessings, much respect, much love. It's your boy, the Ghetto Guru, aka Shango, coming back with another spiritual message. Hope everything is well with y'all. Hope you're having a good day. If not, I hope the rest of your day get better. But I got a message, so I'm gonna get straight into it. So this message is gonna be titled, "What are you willing to die for?" What are you willing to die for? And I know it might seem a bit extreme to most people because when it comes to the topic of talking about death, people passing away, people don't like to go there. They don't like to touch on that topic. It's very sensitive. They don't even like to even be near that word death or anything, dying, passing away. They don't even want to have nothing to do with it. But unfortunately, that's a reality for all of us that we're going to face one day. Some of us have faced it by losing loved ones or friends and people that was considered very close to our hearts. We done witnessed that and had to go through that and face um, that type of situation when it came to them, passing away or dying. But in this sense, I'm talking about as you as an individual, what is there in the world or what things or people are you willing to die for? And I feel like that has been lost in the human race and humanity and just overall people when it comes to passion and empathy, whether it's passion for themselves or passion for something they do or passion for somebody in their life, excuse me, or just overall just having empathy and seeing somebody that's in trouble or in need and you like, you know what, I got to be the one to step in and kind of, save the day for this person because nobody else is doing it. And if I don't, something bad is going to happen to them right now. And I got to step in. It's just in my heart and my soul. Something's telling me to do something. And I'm not saying that you're not supposed to be cautious of every situation or putting yourself in harm's way. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about something that you're supposed to be doing, and that's part of your purpose, or even just part of being a human being in the right place, right time to help save somebody. Like I feel like we have gotten to a point as humans where we went from being very courageous into being very cowardly. And when I say that, I mean like if you look back on all the greats historically, like if you use the example of a Martin and Malcolm X, regardless of, you'll hear people talking trash about them. Oh, I feel like this person's view was better, or this person's view was better because they was more radical, or no, I didn't like them because they was more passive. That doesn't matter. What matters is these are two men, and they're not just the only men. I'm just using them as examples because they came up in my mind, in my frame of thought rather, and it's two people that people know worldwide. Regardless of how you feel as them as individuals or whatever they was doing, the main point is that they were putting their lives on the line for their people and for what they stood for. And if it was, and not only their people, just overall humanity and human race as a people and as a race of humans living on this earth, trying to come together and trying to find resolution and understanding with each other through all the adversity, racism, prejudice, classism, socialism, all that isms, all the craziness that was going on around that time. We was trying to figure that out. But through that purpose of them doing that, they knew that they would be martyrs and they put their life on the line. Even when you look at biblical terms, there were people that were martyrs that knew, yo, I'm putting my life on the line for this and I'm willing to die for this. Like Kendrick Lamar said in the song Element, I'm willing to die for this ish. Might take a life for this ish. We ain't going back to broke family selling dope. That's why you maniac rap niggas better know. If I got to, I'm gonna make it look sexy. Like it's a reason. Like go listen to that song again. Cause y'all, I don't think people was getting it. I think they just was caught up in him talking to certain rappers, and yeah, that was one aspect of it. But he talking about life, like, yo, you know what I put in for this rap stuff, and what I sacrificed, and the years, and the tears, and the nose, and the doors slammed in my face, and people laughing and believing him. You know how many years I put in this 10+ years, and I finally got my shot, and I got a chance to get my family off of Section 8 welfare out the hood, and they from Compton. You know it's crazy out there trying to just live every day. You think he trying to just throw away this dream and his opportunity? No, he said, I'm willing to die for this because this ain't just about me. This feeds my family. And that's what I mean by we have lost track of becoming cowardly as people instead of being courageous, where we don't have anything that we're willing to die for. And when you have something you're willing to die for, that means that in order to, thank you, God. In order to live, you got to find something you're willing to die for. In order to live, you got to find something that you're willing to die for. What do I mean by that? You got to have passion. If you got kids, you know, yo, I will be a martyr for my kids, because if somebody come in, I might let somebody say something and talk crazy to me, and I could be like, all right, whatever, as long as you don't touch me, I keep it moving, whatever. But when it comes to your kids, you ain't letting that slide. You'll put your life on the line. You see it with animals. They're not playing that when it comes to their young. They will put their life on the line. They're not playing, because that's the next lineage and that's the next generation to carry on your legacy. So why the hell would you want something to happen to them? So you're not even playing that. It could be your mother. It could be your father. It could be your brother, your sister, your aunt, whoever, your family member. You're not playing that. It could be whatever. Like I said, it could be something you're passionate about. You're not playing with that because you know, yo, this ain't about just me pursuing my dream. This feeds my whole family. And it's going to open up opportunities for people in my neighborhood that ain't got a chance to get out. It's going to open up chances for the generations after me and generations after them. This is going to be worldwide of creating a message and opening up doors for people worldwide and change the viewpoints of the people out there in the world. That's when you realize, like, yo, it's bigger than me. And we have lost that passion, and we have lost that train of thought and that vision and that foresight moving forth in this world. Like, people are more willing to be a martyr of a gang now. You see with certain music, they would drill, they would say F the ops, all that, pee on your grave, all that. And if you're in that world, do what you want to do. I'm not condoning that, but I'm just putting in the perspective to make you think. People have gone from fighting rights and getting hosed down with water, dogs sick. I'm not laughing at them. I'm just trying to put it in your mind. Dogs getting sick on them. And there were people that was fighting back and shooting guns with the cops. They wasn't playing that, I'm just taking it all. But these people were putting their self on the line because of what we're able to do today. And we forget that. And we just ish on them like they ain't heroes in their history, whatever they did. Because we have lost ourselves as a people and become very cowardly instead of being courageous. Some of us don't even speak up. Like I said, people would rather put their life on the line for a neighborhood, but they won't put their life on the line. They won't put their life on the line for a community. Let me say that again. They'll put their life on the line for a neighborhood, gangs, the block, and all that dumb stuff, and they'll go drill and kill somebody all like it's nothing. Because that's what they willing to die for. But where they at when it's somebody, a little girl in the community gets shot? Where they at? Who gonna stand on the line for that and get justice? Who gonna stand on the line and be like, yo, you're not bringing this in the hood because we got kids, we got this, or you're not doing that today. We're trying to do this for the kid. Or yeah, yo, you can't be talking to the elders like that. Who's gonna stick up and speak? Back then, it wasn't playing that because people actually stood for being courageous and having courage to speak up to people no matter what the outcome was. And a lot of times, 9 out of 10, they got that respect because it's like, damn, this person ain't playing. Yeah. What happened to people checking people respecting elders? What happened to people checking people for respecting the kid and willing to die for that and willing to become martyrs for that? People have lost that essence within themselves. Nobody has that no more. Like I said, it's going to be certain situations where you got to read the situation. You can't jump in every situation. You got to protect your life too. But damn, you know how many times people on the train, how many videos you see of people just recording? Don't say nothing, but they could pull out their phone, upload it, laugh, put a funny caption. Somebody come on, man. That could be your mother on the video. That could be your father. That could be your sister on the video being whooped. But then it changes. Then you're like, yo, why nobody help them? Oh, now it matters. It should matter even if somebody that's not blood related to you, because you're a human being. If you got a heart, you should sympathize with that. And that's back to the courage and the cowardly. Again, there's plenty of times where I've been in situations where I'm like, do I want to say something right now? Because I don't know the situation, but it was like I was put here for a reason to say something. I remember that happened one time a few years ago. I was in Dunkin' Donuts. It was this big guy. You could tell he was off mentally. I seen him around walking on 125th in a couple of stores. You could tell whenever he came, it was a store I was helping somebody in my building vend their clothes at and stuff, and I was there as one of the vendors sometimes, but he couldn't be there. And the guy would come in. It was a bunch of mental cases that used to come in there, but they was cool. They never really went over, but you could tell they're not fully there. But he was this big dude, big, about 300 pounds, like 6'5". You could tell he was off, but he never did nothing crazy when he came in the shop. So I ain't seen him in a minute. I stopped working there. So I seen him like in the summertime, like near my block. And I was in Dunkin' Donuts getting something for my father. And there was a few ladies in there, and the Dunkin' Donuts is small. And there's a few ladies in there, about 4 ladies. I was in the back of the line, and he comes in. I think actually he was in there before I came in. I just noticed him, like he was standing on the corner because it's small, that Dunkin' Donuts. But he was like standing on the cut where you go. You pay for the food, and you pay for your stuff on the left side. You go get it on the right side when it's finished. He was near there by the door. So he was like trying to ask for change, but instead he was trying to intimidate people. Like when they was at the register, like, "Hey, miss, you got $1? You got $1?" And I'm like, "Yo, bro, that's bad etiquette. Cool, you asking for change, whatever, but it's a way you do it. You don't do that while somebody at the register paying for their stuff. You yelling from the back, 'Hey, miss, you got $1? You got $1?" Yo, you don't do that. That's not cool. And you trying to intimidate people. I don't like that. So he kept doing that, and I could tell the ladies was getting uncomfortable. So I'm like, I'm the only guy here. It's a big dude. I know he crazy, but I feel it in my spirit. I gotta say something because I'm the only dude in here, and I know these ladies uncomfortable. So I was like, if he do it to me when I get up there, then I'm gonna say something. So when I went, he did it. "Yo, you got $1, blah, blah," and I'm ignoring him. So when I finished, I'm like, "Yo, bro, you don't do that. That's not cool to do that, to ask somebody for change while they stand at the register. If anything, if you want to ask for change, cool, no problem. But you wait till they finish and you wait till they about to go out the door and you ask them. You don't do that while they at the register. That's disrespectful. That make people feel uncomfortable. You could tell he was throwing off like, oh, snap, somebody saying something to me because he's a big dude. And I was like, yo, you don't do that. That's not cool. Because I know I had to stand up for the ladies. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, I don't know where it's going to go, God. It's a big dude. It ain't that much space in here. But whatever outcome is going to be, it's going to be. I'm going to just have to fight to the death because he bugging. And I got to let him know that's not cool because if I don't, he going to keep doing it. And he purposely doing that too because it was women. I ain't like that. So I kept, I told him that. He was looking shocked. And he's like, oh, well, can I get changed now? And I'm like, nah, bro, you can't get the change. Maybe if I see you next time, we could try it again. But nah, I'm not giving you nothing because of the way you did. No. And then he eventually just left like 10 seconds after I said that, he left out the store. And I could tell the ladies in there was looking at me like, oh, snap. Like they felt way comfortable and calm now. But that's because that's what I'm talking about. Sometimes it's going to be situations where God going to put you there, the ancestors, the universe, where you're going to have to be that one to speak up. And a lot of times you don't want to. There's plenty of times where I was in civils. Another time I was in the post office, right? Not too far where I live. This guy, sometimes I see him out there. He might be holding the door for people asking for change, whatever. But you could tell he off too. But he was inside today, that day. He was asking one of the, there was some lady actually that was sitting down on one of the benches, and you could tell she's older. She was like a abuela. She was Latino. She was a grandma. She was a abuela. She was sitting down. She had the baby carriage, but I could tell her daughter, whoever that was to her, she was at the cashier part talking to one of the people behind the glass, and she was trying to get something done. So she was waiting for it to finish. So the guy was asking for change and something at the glasses, windows, stuff he wasn't supposed to be doing. And one of the ladies was cursing him out, basically hyping him up more or whatever. So he went to the grandmother sitting down, was like, oh, miss, you got change, da, da, da. He kept asking her, and I could tell the lady was like kind of scared. She didn't want to say nothing back. And I'm like, the same thing. I was like the only guy I think that was in there. There was a bunch of women online. I'm like, oh man, here we go. I'm gonna have to be the one to say something. All right, if he keep on them, I have to keep saying something because I don't know what he might do. People crazy. You don't know if he might try to hit the show. You don't know what he might do. And the lady, I could tell, lady scared. So he kept asking her. I'm like, yo, bro, she don't want to be bothered, bro. Just leave her alone. He's like, oh, who are you? I wasn't talking to you. What did I? He's like, you need to mind your business. I'm like, yeah, that's all good and all that, bro, but just leave her alone. I hate you, but just leave her alone. So he's like, oh, yeah, I wasn't even talking to you. Blah, blah, blah. He looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, I hate you, bro, but just leave her alone. You get him? Feel me? Whatever. And then he left. He went back outside. And the lady was like, oh, the daughter at the, that was talking to the cashier, she was like, oh, thank you. I appreciate you for doing that. I said, yeah, I just want to say something because I didn't want to do nothing to the older lady. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he was thinking. And people crazy these days. She's like, yeah, the lady behind the glass egging her on and making them hyper. I'm like, but that's what I mean. It's going to be times where you're going to have to put yourself on the line. You have to put yourself in certain situations. Not every situation. You got to read it because I'm not just saying to blindly do it. But you still got to have some type of courage and moral code or something where you're like, nah, I can't sit there and watch that. I can't watch nobody disrespect no little kid. I can't watch nobody just be disrespectful to elders in front of me and they way younger than them. I can't just watch somebody about to try to do something to a lady or try to intimidate her. I can't do that. I can't be there and watch that. I will feel like a coward. Like, damn, why I ain't say nothing? So that's what I mean about we got to really start questioning ourselves. Actually, I want y'all to do an exercise. When you get home, whatever you get time, get a book, get a pen, get somewhere quiet, put some peaceful music on, whatever you got to do to get in the mode, and really write down and think about what are things that you are willing to die for, and who are you willing to die for? Because like I said, I got that quote from God earlier. In order to live, you got to find something you're willing to die for. We don't have martyrs today like we used to back in those times and all that. People that actually stood for something. Like, I don't give a what y'all talking about. Muhammad Ali was on some, like, if they wanted to, they could have murdered him if they wanted to. They really want to take it because he was like, I don't give a what y'all talking about. Throw me in jail. Take my title. I'm not going to war for no country against a country ain't do nothing to me. Y'all did stuff more than me in the country I live in more than they did. Why I'm going to put my life on line for y'all? Like, they want to put me in jail, so what? They'd have put him there for life. You'd have been like, oh, well. But that's what I mean. And we talk all that about people, the heroes from back then, but those people stood up for something. Those people actually put their life on the line because they was here on a mission. A lot of things, and when even if you just talk about entertainment world, the way these athletes and all these people can make this money is because of all the people back then that had to take the behind whippings, had to go through the racism, had to go through checking the people that own these leagues to fight, to put lawsuits up against them. Like, yo, we need player rights, we need player unions, we need all this. So when people just spoiled and disrespectful and all that to the elders and all that, you'll be looking at them like, y'all clowns, y'all cowards. Like, y'all can say whatever y'all want. You know what these people had to do? They put their life on the line. None of y'all put your life on the line for nothing. All y'all do is talk, type online, talk BS, but ain't nobody want to put they self on the line for nothing. And that's the part where I'm like, yo, we gotta stop that. That's why the world is at where it's at now. Everybody focused on stupid stuff and who dating who and who this color, that color, and blah blah blah. And all. Yo, we stuck in the matrix, and that's a whole nother video I'm doing next. I'm gonna save that for that video. But my point is, we focus on the wrong things. People is back in the cowardly stage versus the courageous stage because ain't nobody finding reasons to fight and live. To fight and what are they willing to die for when it comes to moral ethics, values, and principles. It's just human life and humanity in the world and actually caring about people and actually checking stuff at the door and be like, nah, we ain't letting that rock. And I don't care what y'all say. I don't care how many of y'all against me, whatever. Put my life on the line. But we going to have some respect in here. Regardless if it got to be bloodshed or whatever. And we need to get back to that. Because that's what we lost at as a people. And I'm talking about every race of people that live on this planet. Because it's about the humanity at the end of the day. So, just really go question yourself and ask yourself that. What are you willing to die for? Who are you willing to die for? And what lengths are you willing to take it to in order for people to respect that, to respect these people, or to know that's not cool to be doing this, that's not cool to be doing that, and we're not going to tolerate that. And if it got to go to bloodshed, it got to go to bloodshed because you're not going to just do this to my kids. You're not just going to do that to my husband or my wife. You're not just going to do this to my family members, my parents. So this, now my watch. You're not just going to do this to this specific group of people and think that nobody going to fight the laws and protest and do that and take it there with y'all. Whatever the case is. So just think about that and remember that. What are you willing to die for? I'm willing to die for this. Might take a life for this. We ain't going back to broke family selling note. That's why you many rap better know. If I gotta see it, I'm gonna make it look. See, I gotta block out the curses. You already know. If I gotta step up, I'm gonna make it look sexy. So peace and blessings, much respect, much love to y'all always. I appreciate y'all. Stay focused, stay goal-oriented, keep doing your thing. And like I always say, whether we run, whether we jog, whether we sprint or crawl, because life is that hard sometimes. You can't run, you can't jog, you can't sprint. Only thing we can do sometimes is crawl to that destination. But like I always say, somehow, some way, we gotta make it to our destination someday. So peace, blessings, much respect, much love. I love you always. Keep doing your thing. And to the next topic, peace.